Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback.
Got it! 58, 58, Mike. I'm here all day. No. We're up. Watch twins. That's right. Check 15.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards, first down Niners. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They run on first down with Jackson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, Peyton, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Peyton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. second down. Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Going on the base. Coming. Go. It's great. 3, 1, shit. Watch the football. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Anthony Barr, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route there for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Flush to his right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the set. 20, Mike 20.
Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Finds his tight end Ingram. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. A strong running. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
26, Mike, 26.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll run it here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Jackson being chased out left. Completes it to Benjamin. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's put that team on the clock. 58, right over there, right over there.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by a former Niner legend in Ronnie Lott. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20, and he will have a touchdown. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready? 52, Mike 52. I got you. Pop. Check 9, check 9. 22, check 11. 22, check 1.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On second and 10, Jackson, they set up the screen to Bo. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put the foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. On second down, this is Jackson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, Peyton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They go play action now. Jackson rolling, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit. We're able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he's able to get it out of there. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Julio Jones, 52 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Stenerud on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On third down, this is Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Steps away to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard line. Buying time to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing on first down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Jackson flush to his right. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Fourth down, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Got his man on the comebacker. It's Holt, and he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns, what a sensational effort That's going to be a loss of 20.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot hit.
And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Mike, 58, right there.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. And the blitz does come. Now he'll escape to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Walter Payton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Being chased out left. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is